Okay, I've got 7 o'clock. I'll call this virtual meeting to order. And we will forego the roll call as all counselors are in attendance this evening.
Sorry,
we missed the invocation. I don't see that on here, but I will hold the invocation right now. If you bow your heads. Dear God, please bless our elected officials, grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
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 Okay, approval of minutes for the council meeting of February 1st would be in order.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Be not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to audience comments on any non-agenda items. Is there no one on with us tonight?
still no one.
Okay, very good. We'll move on. Adoption of agenda, Mr. City Manager, any changes?
No changes.
City Council, any changes?
Nope.
If not, a motion to accept the agenda as presented would be in order.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
What's been made and supported? Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to consent agenda. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
What's been made and supported? There's no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to items for consideration. This evening we have 4. The first one being consideration of the second reading and adoption of ordinance number 156-28, amendment to Article 4 and Section 6.301 of the city zoning ordinance. This refers to the body art parlors and body piercing studios in our community. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to give second reading and adopt ordinance 156-28, which amends Article 4, the land use table, and Section 301, body art parlors and body piercing studios. This item is being brought to you in response to the Administration and Planning Commission's review of the zoning ordinance regarding these types of businesses, and their proposed ordinance simplifies the standards by removing almost all of the local requirements except for hours of operation and the requirement to comply with all the licensing, health, and sanitation requirements from Macomb County Health Department. City Council at your last meeting gave introduction and first reading, and at January 14th, 2021, the Planning Commission recommended approval of this.
Thank you. Is there a motion before discussion?
I'll make the motion to give second reading and adopt ordinance 156-28, which amends Article 4 of the land use table and Section 6.301 body art parlors, body piercing studios.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Any discussion? Most of our discussion was during the first reading. There's been no contact by the community at all in between readings?
No.
Okay. And there's nobody in the audience? We're clear?
We're clear. Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. All right. If there's no other discussion, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 2 is consideration of board appointments. We have the Board of Review and the EDC. I would ask that you would approve my appointment of Bridget Wilkie to the Board of Review. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to confirm the mayor's appointment of Bridget Wilkie to the Board of Review to fill a vacant term with an expiration date of December 31st, 2022.
Support.
What's been made and supported. Any discussion on this? That wasn't me. I appreciate the fact that Bridget stepped forward on this. She is looking forward to learning more about the process. And I told her we have probably one of the best teachers around with Colleen. So, and the other two members of the Board of Review. So she's looking forward to it. Appreciate her stepping up to this. Any other comments? All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Motion does pass. Also, I'd ask that you would confirm my appointment of Melissa Mazurek to the EDC with a term expiring on 7/1/24. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to confirm the mayor's appointment for Melissa Matrizak for the Economic Development Corporation to fulfill the vacant term with the expiration date of 7/1/2024.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this one?
I chuckle because we have 3 vacancies and you put her on the one with the longest term left.
Is that what I did?
Yeah. But actually, it's an excellent fit because Melissa, I'm on the EDC. Melissa comes to our meetings that we have for our events, and she already sits on the event committee. So it actually makes complete sense to have her sit on the EDC.
Yes, she'll be a very good member of that EDC, and
Yes.
and yes, I don't want her to go away anytime soon. So I did the last expiration date there. So, any other discussion? All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Motion does pass. We have another opening on the EDC, and I'm happy to say that Diana Manesi would be my appointment with an expiration of 7/1/23. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to confirm the mayor's appointment of Diana Manesi to the Economic Development Corporation to fill a vacant term with the expiration date of 7/1/2023.
Support.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Another downtown business owner is doing very well, and she has expressed her interest here, and we're happy to see her come on. I think she'll be a valued member for the EDC. Any other discussion? Be not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Motion does pass. We thank all 3 candidates. Look forward to working with them to make Richmond a better place. We move on to our item number 3, consideration of the adoption of resolution number 2021-4. This is a resolution designating individuals authorized to sign contracts for Michigan Department of Transportation signal project. Mr. City Manager.
Is working with MDOT to upgrade the signal at M19 and Division Road to a mast arm design. As part of that project, MDOT requires the local governing body to pass a resolution authorizing the representatives of the city who are able to sign the contracts. Both the city clerk and the city manager have been named in the past. We both have the signature programs that MDOT uses on our computer so that we can sign the contracts electronically, which is what MDOT prefers now. So this is kind of bookkeeping type action tonight by the council, as you've approved similar resolutions in the past for projects this summer that involve MDOT.
Thank you. Is there a motion before discussion?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2021-4, a resolution designating the city manager and the city clerk as individuals authorized to sign the contract and easement documents between MDOT and the city of Richmond for the M19 and Division Road signal project.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Is there any discussion on this item? This has been our protocol the last few times with the city manager, so
Correct.
nothing new here. If not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Number 4 is consideration of rescheduling the quarterly roundtable workshop. Mr. City Manager?
Council is being asked to reschedule its next quarterly roundtable meeting. As council is aware, we've had some difficulty in scheduling this, as council would prefer to do this meeting in person. At the January 18th, 2021 council meeting, council rescheduled the quarterly roundtable to February 15th, 2021. However, the MDHHS issued another order on February 4th, extending the gathering limitations listed in your packet until March 29th. So what I've done is I've provided you in your packet the restrictions from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and their frequently asked questions. But I also did an informal survey of those communities around us and how they're handling their meetings. Again, some are following the order. Some are kind of following the order in spirit with the 10 per room. However, they're not quite meeting the two household, obviously. In addition to those listed in your packet, I also received word back from St. Clair that they are also holding their meetings in person, but limiting the capacity to 10. So I gave council kind of some options below of, 1 through 3 of kind of how to handle these. Administration, I believe, is willing to follow any direction from council on this. We just wanted council to discuss it and go forward with what you feel most comfortable with.
Thank you, John. I'm going to make a motion, see if it flies here. I'll make a motion to reschedule a special quarterly roundtable meeting of the City Council on March 1st, 2021 at City Hall, beginning at 6 p.m.
Support.
Okay, we got support. Discussion. That I would imagine that would also make our March 1st meeting public. That's our regular scheduled meeting. This way we can meet early, do the meeting that we've really wanted to have for quite a while, and for our quarterly roundtable, and then finish up after the regular 7 o'clock meeting. And I'm sure we will try to keep the agenda as brief as possible for the regular meeting on that March 1st. So I think it's very important that I think you all have expressed how important it is for us to get together on this quarterly workshop, especially since it's going to be March 1st and we're going to get right into budget time. We need to give administration good, clear direction as far as the budget goes also in a meeting like this. So that's historically what we've done. So I feel very strongly that we can do this. We can do the 10-person rule, as many others are doing, and stay safe.
May I ask a question just for clarification?
Sure.
Okay, so our public meetings or board, I'm reading our packet, meetings permitted under this order. So we're given permission to meet virtually, but we don't have to meet virtually. Is that correct? Because we have to conduct the business of the city, and it's deeming impossible online. So we're not breaking any rules because we are conducting the business of the city, correct?
No.
Well, there's two lines to that answer. You've read the first line, but you didn't read the second line.
In-person meetings are permitted when more than a total of 10 people from
2 households is the kicker there. So you guys can move in with
So
me.
you have to read both. And Jamie, I'm not arguing the point.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just saying, we're willing to do whatever council is comfortable with. Clearly, there's other communities that are meeting in a variety of ways. So well, like I said, I think the mayor's mentioned we will certainly do it in the hybrid format that we did before, where the public will be in the community room and will be watching via the television. Each council member will have a desk, and it'll be separated from everyone. We'll all wear masks. If there's not wearing masks, then we'll set up kind of the shields that we have from the voting to keep people, separated that way. And, the public and the department directors will be in the other room. So, I think it's as safe as we can be. Does it follow the letter of that second?
Okay,
statement?
I absolutely believe we need to meet in person. We have to conduct the business of the city. So I 100% support this. I was kind of confused on this, and it honestly, it doesn't make any sense why we can't conduct the business of the city. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, for making that motion. And of course, I supported it. So
Thank you. I agree with you. We definitely need to meet together. We have major issues that we need to shoot out different scenarios, different possibilities for our community this following budget year. And we do that best. And we've done it for years by being together in a workshop setting. The public is certainly invited. Again, this would be virtual through the room that's next to the council chambers. As our city manager said, we have both video and audio so that there can be interaction without actual contact, actually in a separate room. So I don't see where this is bringing harm to anyone, especially with, in light of other communities doing it. They also, I'm sure, realize how much better it is if you can be together and work together in the same room. But also, I say the state health department has decided that certain other things now can have full contact. So, also, I know in Michigan, they're allowing two people per athletic participant to come into gymnasiums. Restaurants are back up to 25%. I'm not sure why she hasn't, or I should say, not she, why the state of Michigan has not allowed its elected officials to meet together. Am I wrong in saying that they're allowing the state elected leaders to meet together, or are they strictly virtual? What's the difference?
I'm not sure on the state what they're following.
Yeah. So I believe it's something that's, I don't know if it's been overlooked, or maybe we don't have lobbyists in Lansing that are saying, hey, city councils and other, commissions want to get together and, work together. It's pretty hard doing it on, the way we're doing it. It's pretty hard. It limits your conversation to a point. I just think this is the right thing to do. And if we feel uncomfortable, if any one of us feel uncomfortable, then there's other options for us. We can go back to Zoom. We can go partial Zoom, whatever we want to do. But thank God the pandemic seems to have subsided right now to a point, is what the news is saying. And many have been inoculated, I know, within our area, and it's getting better as it goes on. As we know, the EMS will be putting out vaccinations very soon. So I heard Rite Aid has some, I don't know who else in our town, but there's others in our town that are scheduling vaccinations. So we're becoming more protected. As we become more protected, I would think that your elected officials should be allowed to come together with safety precautions. I'm not quite sure why we haven't, but I hope council can support this and we can get on with the business of running this community. Any other conversation, comments? If not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Motion does pass. Okay, that was it for our items for consideration. We have miscellaneous matters from the city manager, sir.
Just one kind of housekeeping before I have my comments. I wasn't sure, and maybe it's just me and I missed it. Did we approve the minutes at the beginning of the meeting? Did anyone catch that?
Yeah.
We did? Okay.
Yes, we did.
I was,
There was no discussion.
okay. Perfect. Thanks. I just missed it. So, my only comment is a reminder that, obviously with the storm tonight, everyone, please comply with the, winter parking rules. We did send it out again through our website and, several of the departments' Facebook pages, to remind people that they can't park overnight tonight, especially, but, any night from December 1st to April 1st. So please follow those winter parking rules.
And school has been closed. The notice came through about a half an hour ago in Richmond. Okay, moving on, council comments. Jamie,
Nothing, sir.
Emily,
Nothing tonight. Thank you.
Dennis,
Nothing tonight.
John,
Nothing.
Rob,
No, sir.
Michael.
No, I have nothing else to add. Thank you.
Okay, one thing I'd like to add is, and I've been asked by a few people in our community about the Richmond Auditorium, the auditorium on Main Street. And I would just like to say that at our last meeting, the city council requested the city manager meet with the superintendent and have a discussion. That meeting was had, and I believe there was a good discussion on the auditorium between the two gentlemen, and I believe there was a couple others that were there. And I'm hoping that we can proceed a little further soon on where we are heading with that auditorium. So it's not done. There's some people who believe that the school is selling the property and it's being tore down, and that is not the discussion that is being had as of now, as far as I know. That was not indicated to you when you met with the superintendent.
So we had a very good discussion, and there'll be more information coming to the council at a future meeting. Yes. Yep. And I think I've started to send along some of that information to give you a chance to begin reading it. So yep, discussions are ongoing.
Very good. We'll go to the calendar here today being, excuse me, the 15th. We have a library board meeting a week from tonight at 7 o'clock, which will be held virtually. We also will be having a TIFA meeting on the 24th at 7 o'clock, which also will be held virtually. That's going to take us into March. And of course, 2 weeks from tonight would be the next regular scheduled council meeting, and the workshop getting at 6 o'clock at City Hall. And the Recreation Board will be meeting on Tuesday the 2nd. And I'm assuming that will be virtual.
Yes.
And that is it for now. Was there anything else we had to add to the calendar? Any other community events going on? I know some of the athletics are back into playing now, but it's very limited on who can go and watch. If there's nothing else, we move on. Closed session. There is not any other business of the city council this evening. Being not, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. There's no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Motion does pass. Thanks for being with us.